This here story is my reminder of why I do what I do. It was born as a whisper and it died for a while. And in that time lapse, it was imprisoned by deaf walls and blind windows. In the darkness, forgotten, it got lost of the world and its offerings, and upon it fell the rubble of dreams and fantasies that it never believed would resurface again. But they did. Amongst routine and tribulations to which it had given authority over its fortune, its destiny, it had the most important of epiphanies, one that would lead it to escape the apathy that had become docile submission. It had to speak about it, express it in some way to liberate itself from its claws. As a creating force, and as impossible as it would seem, it was its responsibility to share its stories and make them reach those who were ready and willing to listen. Though it was weak after an eternity of stupor, it grew with the practice of its conversation. With courage, it constantly improved, always keeping itself faithful to its beliefs, to its convictions, and with the passing of time, having gotten good company and generating in its listeners that sensation of necessity of change, it became something different, something more. Its art, its message, which was a vehicle for introspection and analysis with a slight touch of subversion, transformed into healthy learning for itself and others. It performed with greater ease in its job with every phrase it declared, and it awoke in people a maelstrom of thoughts and perspectives, and a critical vision of their surrounding environment. With each published writing, it ignited within itself the flame of the pursuit of knowledge, and it noticed that it provided the best service when it got somewhat transgressive. It could, and maybe should, make them feel a bit of despair, but nothing made it resound more than hope. That's why, though its letters could be lugubrious notes in the course of a composition, its coda was always the most powerful and inspiring universal word. Love. Because that love is felt through the passage of the pages as a warm touch that comforts. Because every word is a bite, a sip of ambrosia that intoxicates more than any sweet wine. Because every idea is a seed that, in its sprouting, turns into an incentive to move forward, to advance until imagination is turned into beautiful reality, securing the nature that begins within us all as that spark, that yearning that comes from our poet souls. Because it all begins with the slightest of voices. I'll see you when I see you.